Ian, take it away.
I'd like to thank David Goodyear. Can you hear me okay? And I want to thank Steve Jobs for this, which is going to keep me honest and you honest with the time. Good afternoon. Thanks for staying for this session. My name is Ian Benson. I'm a mathematician and computer scientist and acting chief executive of Sociality, which is a spin-off of Stanford Computer Science and Cambridge Computer Laboratory. We operate as a network of open source developers, and we've been doing this for almost 8 years now. I'm going to talk to you today about our evolution of a series of textbooks developed by Georges Cuisenaire, a Belgian maths teacher, elementary maths teacher, with the mathematician Caleb Guetagneau. Guetagneau's textbooks were popular in the 50s and 60s because they taught children object-oriented math. Young children were learning the math we now know as abstract data types. Instead of a curriculum based on the 18th century sequence of concepts, which you'll recall are sequence and order in year 1, plus and minus in year 2, multiply and divide in grade 3, fractions as magnitudes, fractions as operators in grade 4, and algebra in grade 5, Guetagneau taught them all together in grade 1 for small numbers, and then he applied them in grade 2 to application domains like time, money, and speed. I want to share with you how children, teaching assistants, teachers and parents are working with us, and ask you to come along to tonight's EduPython Open Space in Chi Tech at the bottom of the stairs if you'd like to know more about how you can help roll out and make open this infrastructure. So, I want to spend a little time just showing you a couple of the children's work. Okay, so these are two girls. One is known as 10K and the other one is 401K. 10K has a Tizard test. We give the kids a test every 10 hours. We go into the classroom and work with the teachers on a test that we design with the teacher. The teacher gives us the standard test of what they're expected to have achieved, and we design what we call a formative assessment or algebraic test. So here's an example. We show the children a diagram. We give them a name, G, pipe R, pipe W, and we say how many trains, how many rods put together will have a diagram like that. If the rule for making a diagram, it's called a Ferror diagram, if you look it up in Google, is the rods, the cars in the train, when you put them left justified, top down, can't get any bigger as you go down. Does that make sense? Okay, so what the children are asked to do is, first of all, give it a name. Well, this child's given it the name staircase. And then she's asked, if that's the standard name, G, pipe R, pipe W, what other trains, paper trains, can make that? How many of them are there, and what are they called? So that's the warm-up question. And then they go into working independently on examples of that. So can you make a train as long as a yellow brick with 3 differently colored bricks from your box? The child will give a reason, and then they say, you can't, and each way you try, you can't do it. Next question is, uses knowledge of shape and space, which is otherwise taught totally independent of any application. We ask the child, what shape is a Ferror diagram for a train with bricks of only one color? And she says the correct answer, it's a rectangle. Jumping on, because I'm looking at my time here, which has gone off. I've got 1 minute left, so let me just show you. She thinks she doesn't understand anything. We asked her at the end, what did you think about our test? And she said, everything I didn't get. And then there's another little girl who came out the other end of the assessment, and we filmed what she said.
Tell me, what was your answer to this?
Well, I liked working with the rods because they helped me understand quite a lot, and when we started doing new work, when we started doing the parity ones and parity zeros, we learned more about maths. We learned that there was more than just numbers and times and dividing. and we learned that there are different signs you can use for different things, and when we did fractions, I found that quite hard, but when we'd done a little bit more of it, when we kept on going over the same things, I found it getting easier and easier. And I liked making problems, and then like when we worked in partners, our partners had to try and work them out, and I liked it. I think the rods really help you with maths, and more schools should use them.